Yeah, she's a badass. So hello everyone. We're talking about Joan Jett before we went live. And I was saying she's a badass, isn't she? Like,
Oh,
love her. Love her. So all right, yeah, childhood memories. So okay, today I actually want to talk about something I talked about on Instagram Live a couple of days ago. And of course, my father's calling. Oh my God, my poor father. He needs so much help these days. Anyway, I'll call him back. So I woke up the other morning after my road trip with my daughter and all kinds of great thoughts going on in my head. And I thought, you know what? What does it really take to be the CEO of your business, right? And I wanted to break it down to something that was a little simpler as a starting point for people. Because I think when you say CEO, people go, well, I'm a one-woman show or I'm a one-man show. And that, CEO is really like a big company term.
mm-hmm.
But Teresa, which I didn't put your name up on the screen, that being a CEO of your business and your life is really what I teach people, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
How to manage your life and your business simultaneously, like I have done over the years. So then I came up with this, you know what? C stands for clarity. As you start to become more of the CEO and not just a worker bee in your business, you start to get clarity. And that clarity is constantly changing. You're going through it in your business, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just getting more clear on what it is that I want, who I want to serve, and where I shine best is something that I think is a constant process because we're always changing and growing. But absolutely, it's the clarity is key because otherwise we're just spinning our wheels.
Exactly. We are always spinning our wheels unless we take time to get clarity. And I have to tell you, stepping away from your business sometimes helps you get clarity. Talking to someone, a peer or someone ahead of you or a coach often helps give you the clarity of what you need to do to really get your business and your life to where you're in control of it. It's not what everyone else is just pulling at you, right?
Absolutely. And I know for me, and this is a lot that I've gotten for you as well, but I am really clear on my boundaries because that is where I get my clarity. So my work hours are set and I rarely work outside of them. Every day I make sure I take time to meditate and step away from the business, step away from the life, step away from those things. And then just be honest with what I was. And I think the honesty is the big key that I get from you is you've got to be honest with yourself if you want to have that clarity of where you're going and where you want to be.
Right. And I've had a lot of tough conversations. I feel like this week already, it's only Wednesday, but I've had a lot of tough conversations with clients about, why are you running two businesses? What is your goal? Right. So I'm trying to help them get clarity as to which business really speaks to you and ones that you feel very fulfilled. Like we need to get that clarity before the E, which is then the execution on that clarity, right? So I've got this clarity of where I want my business to go, who I want to serve, what type of clients I want. Now, how do I execute on that vision?
Mm-hmm.
And that's always a hard place to be also because there's so much you can choose, so many directions you can go in to execute marketing, sales, your process. All these decisions need to be made. And if you're always stuck in worker bee mode, you don't have time.
You don't have time. Yeah. And I heard something the other day that kind of ties to this in my mind is it says that just because you're good at something does not mean it's one of your strengths. If it drains you, if you hate it, if it's not fulfilling you, it doesn't matter if you're an expert at it. It's not one of your strengths and you should not be spending this much time focused on it.
Yes.
You need to focus on where you feel fulfilled, where you feel like you're getting the most. And that's where you're going to be able to execute really well.
Yeah, you're going to be able to execute much better after you get that clarity of everything you said, right? First, it was like who you serve, what you want your business to be, and then where do I feel most fulfilled and happy? Mm-hmm. And what does it take for me to feel fulfilled and happy in serving others, right? Because I I coach all service-based entrepreneurs. It's not just product-driven, even though some of you, obviously designers sell products and you sell courses and things like that. But in general, you're selling your expertise and a service that people need and want. And if you don't have the clarity on what makes you happy, what floats your boat, what makes you money, what direction you want to go in, where's your best client, then how are you going to execute, right? So these come in order. And then the O is really my favorite part, because teaching someone to see opportunities that they don't currently see is harder than people think, right?
Oh, yeah.
When I see opportunities everywhere, which is what makes my life even harder sometimes. Then I have to hone it down to what opportunities. Then I go back are based on the clarity I've gained and the execution I've started to implement. Are there other opportunities? I mean, I'm going to break it down to really simple when I talk about opportunities. It's not just opportunities on what will help you grow your business. It's opportunities on what you're going to talk about live, what you're going to write about in your blog, what you're going to put on your social media. There are opportunities and topics for growing your business, collaborations, content, everywhere, every half an hour of every day.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
But looking for them and understanding then how to take that opportunity, and then again, go backwards. Get clarity on the opportunity. What exactly is the opportunity? And then how do I execute on that opportunity?
Well, and that's exactly what I was about to say. Don't you feel it kind of circles around? So now there's an opportunity, and now I need clarity. And again, that's to me where having that peer group, a mastermind, a coach, those people that you can kind of have almost as an unofficial board of directors help you maintain that kind of clarity, like working one-on-one with you. When I'm making changes in my business, you're one of the first people I reach out to, because you help me gain that clarity so that I can execute and see even new opportunities that I didn't know were there.
Right, because it's always funny, right? The shoemaker without shoes. I can see clarity for your business more than I can even see it on my own sometimes, right? That's why I do what I do, because I have the ability to see the clarity in other people's businesses clearer than we can see it ourselves, which is why I always need a coach. And it kind of goes again, these full circles. What shocks me the most is when people go like, I just want to get there. I just want to get there. And I'm like, there really is no there.
Right.
It's always morphing and changing.
Always. There's you don't just arrive at a finish line. You're like, I am done.
I'm done. My business is every standard operating procedure, SOP is done. And I know exactly who I'm serving. And I'm just doing these 5 things every week and money's just flowing in, right? It's like, oh, I wish it was that easy.
I know. You might have a day there at the finish line, but then a new race is starting because something shifts, something changes, industry standards change, shortages or whatever. I mean, like there's always something that is having us pivot.
Constantly. And that is just the way it is, guys. Just the way it is for entrepreneurs. No matter what, you're always going to have to pivot. You're always going to have to make adjustments. You're always going to have to make changes. And there's really never a finish line for most entrepreneurs. And if the minute you accept that and almost embrace the process, right? Like make that part of the fun part, then your mindset shifts to like, this is why I run a business, because I get to be creative with my business and with my clients.
Yeah. One of the things my mastermind group and I do is we actually celebrate the struggle. When one of us is caught in the crap, and the struggle, and we're just like, why am I doing this? Those moments that every entrepreneur has, we celebrate it and like, okay, I'm stuck in the struggle today. And everybody's like, yay, because you know what happens is on the other side of the struggle comes some serious clarity.
Always.
I
do say this sentence a lot. Just when you're feeling the most pain, just emotional pain about growing your business or something I'm asking you to do or putting yourself out there in a new way, being consistent, and you're like, nothing's happening, and you feel like crying and really retreating to working for someone else instead of working for yourself.
Yeah.
I always say, no, hold, because that means you're on the verge of a breakthrough.
Yep. Every time.
Every time. Every time. When it gets the scariest, when the income goes the lowest sometimes.
Yep.
It's the calm before the tidal wave of business comes in. So keep the faith, understand that to become the CEO of your business, continuing and I love what you said about the circle. I might make an infographic because I think that's a great idea. Like clarity, execution, opportunity, then clarity on the opportunity, and that, right? You're constantly going around that circle and checking to make sure that what you're seeing is going to bring your business to that next level.
Yeah, absolutely.
And your life. Don't forget about your life. I didn't mix the two together, but it really is the same with your life. You get clarity of what you want your next stage of life to be. Then how do you execute it? How do you get it? How do you get those 3 vacations you want? How do you get the support from your family that you're looking for? How do you make more in your social life if that's what you want, or a relationship? Mm-hmm. Then you have to look for the opportunities.
Yeah. It's the same. And to me, business, we always had this mindset, here's business and here's personal life, and there's silos and they should never intermingle. But life is so much messier than that. There's not perfect silos. They're all going to do it. And when you support one, you support the other, and vice versa. So look at both sides.
Yeah. And you know what? Embrace the mess once in a while. It gets messy before it gets clean and organized.
Absolutely. It gets messy before you get to that clarity. And it's okay. Enjoy it. Embrace the struggle.
Try to. That's all you can do, right? All right. So thanks, Teresa, for being here. If you guys need your website built, this is Teresa, who built mine and many of my clients at this point, right?
Quite a few. Yeah, I have quite a few of your clients that I love it. So we have a nice little circle of people who support them. It's kind of cool.
It is cool. And you do not have to be one of my clients to reach out to Teresa. So if you need a new website, please reach out. Web Designs by Teresa. She's fabulous. And what I always love about you is you make all your deadlines. When you say you're going to do something, you do it, because you are the master of managing your time and your mind. All right, everyone. I will see you next week, or actually I will see you tomorrow, but Teresa, I'll see you next week. So thank you so much for doing Wisdom Wednesday with me.
Of course. Happy Wednesday.
All right. Thank you. Talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.